Alright, now I'm going to talk about dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis is something that's used a lot in pharmacy. And it's not just pharmacy, but lots of areas of science use it as well. Lots in physics, some chemistry. But it is something I can almost guarantee that you will run into. So what it is just a tool that's used when you have to convert between different units and you have to do multiple steps. And when I learned it as having one unit and then multiplying by 1 many times in order to get the units that you want. So just a quick review. So remember that anything over itself is equal to 1. So if we have 3 over 3, that's equal to 1. 81 over 81, that's 1. If we have x over x, that also equals 1. Or even if we have units, so we have like milliliters over milliliters, that's equal to 1. So all of these things are 1. And remember that anytime you multiply by 1, you just get the same answer, so you can multiply by 1 all you want. Alright, now remember that there's other things that we have that are in different units that are also equal to themselves. So if we have like 1 week is equal to 7 days, we can say 1 week over 7 days, that equals 1. We can also say 7 days over 1 week. That's also okay to do. You can say 7 days over 1 week or 1 week over 7 days. You would want to use one or the other, just depending on what units you're trying to get. Just another quick example you'll likely run into. So 2.2 pounds per kilogram, that's equal to 1. Now again, we can multiply by 1 all we want, and we'll get your answer. Alright, so this is again something that you will use a lot in the pharmacy, but before I go into pharmacy problems, I want to do some other, like maybe time related problems, just to kind of help solidify everything. So first of all, let's just ask, how many seconds are there in 4 days? Alright, now in order to know how to start, what we want to do is look at what our final units are going to be in. So we see that the question being asked is how many seconds are there. So seconds is our unknown. So we want seconds to be in our numerator. Alright, so we have 60 seconds in 1 hour. Alright, all I did here was just write 1. And here I'm doing this line to show multiplication. So 60 seconds in 1 hour, and no, 60 seconds in 1 minute. Alright, there's 60 minutes. Sorry, 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay, again, 60 over 1, 60 minutes over 1 hour, that's equal to 1. So alright, now I'm doing 1 times 1. Alright, 60 minutes in 1 hour, there are 24 hours in a day. Okay? And again, multiplied by 1, that's 1 day. And I'm asking for the time in 4 days. So I say 4 days. Alright, now down here, it's not 4 days per anything. It's just 4 days, so I don't have to have anything here in the bottom. Then the next step is multiplying the top portion and then the bottom portion. Again, just to back up, all I'm doing here is saying 1 times 1 times 1 times 4 days. Alright, so I do 60 times 24 times 4, and you get screwed up, hold on. Alright, I get 57,600 seconds. Okay. And then on the bottom, I get 1 times 1 times 1, and that's just 1. Okay, just a quick step I kind of brushed over. We have lots of units here. So we have seconds, minutes, hours, and days. We can't just ignore the units. We have to keep them in check. And remember what I said before, that we can do anything over itself. So we could do like days over days. That's equal to 1. And if we just multiply by 1, it doesn't matter. So if there's units on the numerator and the denominator, we can cross it out. So we have minutes here on both of these spots, minutes and minutes. Those cancel out. Hours and hours. Those cancel out. Days and days. Okay? We are left with seconds. And there's no other units. So we know that we're in the right ballpark. So our final units are seconds. And there's no other units, so our final answer is this. Alright, and then sometimes you might have other steps that you have to do. Sometimes the numerator is going to get bigger, sometimes the denominator. You just do it all and then plug it in the end and you're good to go. So let's do another problem. So we have 1 miles per hour and we want to know how many feet per second is that. Alright, so we want feet in the numerator and seconds in the denominator. So this will give us a rate. Alright, so we have some unknown feet per second. Alright, so let's start off with just doing the feet. Alright, so there's 5280 feet in 1 mile. Okay, we know we have 1 mile per hour because that's what we were given with. So right now we know how many feet we go in 1 hour, but we still want to know seconds. We can just ignore that for now. Alright, in 1 hour there's 3,600 seconds. Alright, so then our top portions get multiplied and our bottom portions. We cross out the hours. So we're left with 5280 over 3,600. That's 5280 feet and 3,600 seconds. And that's how you get the answer. And you probably won't do these rate kind of things too much, but it's still good to know that sometimes you have to convert different units. You don't just always get one unit that you're dealing with. Alright, so there's another problem that comes from the book. It's actually number 21 in chapter 10. So we'll go ahead and do it. It's asking for how many capsules are given in 3 days of tetracycline 250 milligrams per capsule, and the directions are 4 times per day. Alright, again, number of capsules in 3 days of this tetracycline capsule, and it's given 4 times per day. Alright, so we know that our final answer is going to be in the units of capsules. So we want to make sure we have that on top. Alright, so in we're taking 4 capsules in 1 day. Alright, that we know that from this four times, that's 4 capsules per day. This 250 milligrams per capsule, we actually don't need to worry about. If we can throw it in there, but it'll just get canceled out. We could say, we'll just put it in there for fun. So there's 250 milligrams per 1 capsule. And then there's, in 1 dose, there's 250 milligrams. I'm just going to leave it out just for simplicity, but it's not asking for the number of milligrams, it's just asking for the number of capsules. Just the fact that they gave it to you, it's just for fun. So you don't have to worry about that. Again, if you put it in there, you'll get the right answer, but you'll just add an extra step. Alright, so 4 capsules in 1 day, and we're doing it for 3 days. Okay? So again, this 4 capsules per day, that's just like multiplying by 1. So this 1 times 3 is what we're going to end up doing. Alright, so that our day units can't cancel out, and we're left with capsules as our units. So 4 times 3 is 12, but then 1 times nothing, I guess, is 1, or 1 times 1. That's 12 over 1. We keep track of our units, and we get 12 over 1, or 12. So in 3 days, you're giving out, or you're using up 12 capsules. Alright. A lot of people might want to just break this up in multiple steps, and that's okay. You can do that. You'll just have to write out more
answers. So in the example that we did, how many seconds are there in 4 days? You could say, okay, in 4 days there's what? Just in your mind you would say there's 4 days and then 24 hours per day. You could say that there's 96 hours that we're dealing with. And then you would convert hours to minutes and then minutes to hours. You can do that. You'll get the right answer, but you'll just add some extra steps. Again, the main principle is just multiplying everything by 1 a bunch of times until you get the units that you need. The main caution I would have is just to keep track of your units. You might end up with, like, if you flip-flop the conversion that you're using, you might end up with 2 of the same units on the top, in which case you would want to go back and then adjust it so that you get it the way you want. So for example, if you say in 1 hour you have 1 hour and we want to know how many seconds there are, you could say in 1 hour there's 60 minutes. Alright, if you did this, that's 1 hour over 60 minutes, that is good, that's true. But when you do your units, these hours don't cancel out. You get hours squared over minutes, and that just doesn't make any sense. It would be better to say 60 minutes in 1 hour, and then you just get the 1 unit that you want. All right. Again, this is something I would recommend that you feel fairly comfortable with, because it is something you'll see a lot. Good luck to you. Thanks so much.